Dr. Deukmedjian, and it is now January 29th, 2021. I'm here with one of my patients from Canada, and he wants to share a story with you, and I think it's an important story. And it's a story about misdiagnosis, and it's a story about a physician who did not take the patient's symptoms seriously, didn't make the right diagnosis, and did not provide the right treatment. And it had more than a 6-month effect on your life. Tell me about your back pain and who treated you in Canada.
I had a surgeon up in Saskatchewan. First of all, I had my accident, and it took me about 3 weeks to get standing and mobile. Don't remember how long it took to get in to see him, but it was months. I had some x-rays, I had an MRI, and anyway, I was so excited I finally got to meet the surgeon.
The same MRI that I saw.
Similar, no, it was before that, but
It was
same
before.
symptoms, it was
Yeah.
identical, same problem.
And on the MRI, I'll tell you, he had an L4-5, a small annular tear in the back of his L4-5 disc with inflammation. And the surgeon told you the MRI was...
Well, I walked in to his office, he stopped me at about 5 feet. He said, bend over for me. So I bent over, maybe this far, could hardly bend over. And he says, there's nothing wrong with you. He says, you need to go to rehab. So in the next 2 weeks, I was the type of guy that I didn't want to stay with a bunch of people in a hotel near rehab. So I brought up my camper trailer and got set up in the city of Saskatoon.
And you're a farmer.
Farmer, yeah.
So you left your farm.
I left everything. I left my 1-year-old daughter.
You left your daughter
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah.
And you went and you brought your camper and you camped out at a rehab facility for
Yeah.
how long?
I was there, I think 5.5 months, and that was Monday to Friday. They started me out 3 hours a day. Towards the end, it was an all-day thing.
So, the surgeon misdiagnosed the source of his back pain, put him in 6 months of rehab, where he had to live in a camper, leaving his work, his farm, his family at home. How far away were they?
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours away. You chose to live there and just do rehab every day. And did the rehab fix your back pain?
No. I got a little bit of relief out of it, but I come out of there looking like I lived in a gym. But I still couldn't lift over 60 pounds.
Because your back hurt?
Because of my back, I just couldn't take it. But
yeah.
I was the type of guy that I wasn't into living off the government. I wanted to get back to my job and family.
Of course you did.
So anyway, by the end, when they figured I was good enough to go home, which I probably wasn't, but I wanted to get home, they had a boardroom where they had me wait to get my release. And when I was sitting at that boardroom, I noticed they'd had a meeting that night, and there was a piece of paper laying on the table. So I just grabbed it and I was looking at it, and I found out the surgeon that had appointed me to this rehab center, he was the owner.
Yeah. Well, that's a unique situation, but the real problem is misdiagnosis of the source of back pain and wrong treatment. And so you went through a massive adjustment in your life, leaving your family, your daughter, your farm, your work, your dignity, and you basically lived at a rehab center that didn't even fix the problem.
Not to mention, there were certain things and dreams of mine in life that I wanted to do at that age, and I just couldn't do it because of my back, so I had to take a different route in life, which turned out okay, but I maybe probably spent 18 years not doing what I really wanted to do because of the back. And then let me tell you this, I've had 3 MRIs in my life, 2 in Canada, 1 here with Dr. Deuk, and nothing has changed. They're all identical.
Yeah. So it shows that there is an L4-5 disc annular tear in the back with an area of inflammation. Most surgeons and doctors would blow it off like they did with him. But we went in the other day, a couple of days ago, and we actually did the Deuk laser disc repair. We debrided the annular tear. Do you still have that back pain you've had for years?
No, it was the first thing I noticed that was gone.
Gone.
I'm a little sore from, I've been fighting this muscle pain before I even got here. I had probably an 18-hour trip to get here.
Yeah.
you know, where I was sitting and I was stiff by the time and didn't even know if I could make the trip.
Yeah, so now we have to rehabilitate the muscles that have basically been neglected for years, and that's a different situation. But the sharp pain deep in your back where your belt was is gone.
Yeah, and I had bad numbness in my left lower foot. It's gone too.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Doctor.
Going back to Canada today?
I think tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Very good. Well, safe travels. Anything you want to say to the rest of the world before we wrap this up?
Boy, when you think you have no option, you might find out you do.
Yeah.
Give Dr. Deuk a call. Yeah, sure helped me. And others that I know that have that can be fixed here too. There is other options and it's right here.
Thank you. All right, we'll see you maybe in the near future when I
I
come
hope
to
you come
Canada.
to visit.
All right. Thank you.